I want to mention something quickly about last week. Had some friends reach out. Either they heard part of the show or they just knew what we were talking about on the show and said, hey, what did Morgan say about those amendments? Mm-hmm. And this was, obviously before Tuesday. And I said, well, let me just forward you the show, which is up on YouTube, the Morgan Streetman Show. And I did. And then I said, you know what, let me just tweet this. So many people are asking about it. And so I tweeted it. And I have to tell you, this falls in line with our voice that we have, our voice to vote, how it counts. How about our voice online? As soon as I tweeted a link to our discussion about the amendments, within a very short period of time, I lost 30 followers. Whew. I've had a stable number for the last 5 years, very stable number. So and it's not necessarily shadow banning, because the shadow banning is when it doesn't get seen. And this did get seen because it got a lot of retweets and likes. And so it just makes me wonder what kind of other funky things are going on behind the scenes that are making for your voice not to be heard in Twitter. And this was a very benign discussion about the amendments. It wasn't like do this, do that, because this is one viewpoint or supports Republicans or supports this group or that group. It was just, here's the deal. Here are the amendments. This is what it means.
Yeah, it would be hard for me to imagine that they would have been able to analyze our discussion on the amendments and say we were anything. They wouldn't say necessarily. I mean, if you really thought about it from a philosophical standpoint, you'd say maybe conservative, just because he's against amending things when in doubt, right? That's a more conservative mindset. But, I mean, if you listen to it, I don't think we were highly political during that talk, and I don't think there's anything in particular. It certainly wasn't a red meat moment. We weren't talking about things that, yes, on Twitter will get you banned, like the use of the term illegal alien now will get you banned from Twitter.
Right.
So we weren't saying anything like that. We were just having a basic discussion. I mean, it must be me, right? It must be that they've identified me as Stinky Morgan. And now you've retweeted something from Stinky Morgan, and now you stink a little bit too, and they're going to take away some followers. And just warn you, Roxanne, you smell so nice. Don't get with Stinky Morgan, because some of that smell may wear off.
Oh, that's so sad.
That's the chilling effect, isn't it? Yes. It's sad, because you know what? Speak your mind. We should be able to speak our mind. I mean, do you think if these platforms held themselves out and said, hey, we're going to try to control your thoughts, we're not going to let you speak freely, this is not a free speech platform. This is a platform designed to try to change the way that you think and make it more like the way we want you to think.
And if you think like us, we're going to go ahead and encourage your tweets, and we're going to get them seen. And
If they were more open about that, I don't think people would participate. I don't think they would have signed up in the first place.